Well, really excited about a lot of things and a little disappointed about a few, but I think that's the way it's going to be for another month, just because of, the youth. Although our seniors kind of struggled a little bit in that press, give Wichita State credit, but we can't throw the ball around like that. With only 4 turnovers first half, we took a big step in the right direction. I thought we shot the ball pretty well. I thought we defended very well. Thought we battled on the boards, even though they ended up getting us at the end. It was great to have Tom get 12 assists and only 2 turnovers. Miles, again, was very efficient. And yet, as I told him, I think the greatness of Miles is, to me, he had an average game. He couldn't get involved, and the foul trouble kept him out, and then just kind of wasn't as aggressive as I think he normally is. But what you do in the Kentucky Derby is you ride the horse, and I rode the horse down the stretch. We kind of went to him and made the big free throws and got a couple of blocks and a big rebound late. So I'm pleased because I think we deserve to win that game by more than that. And I think Wichita State is a very, very good team that is another team that gives us problems. The 2 kinds of teams that give us problems are teams that are real deep, because we're not, and teams that are real big, because we're not. So if you look at it that way, this was a step in the right direction for us. We didn't beat the Lakers, but we won a big game, and we did it with old-style grit for 90% of that game. And proud of the guys and happy for Tom and his family. This will be a memory-making moment for them, that's for sure. Questions?
Anything in particular about the press?
I'm finding myself so caught up in so many things that I'm going to take the blame again. Last night one of my assistants said, they could press some. I said, when did they press? He said, if they're ahead. And I said, okay, so let's hope they're pressing us and watch what you wish for. But we didn't have time to work on that. We haven't been pressed in a while, and they threw a pretty good zone press, but we made some, stupid a bad word, crazy a bad word, casual a bad word. We didn't attack, and when we did, we didn't finish. We did do some attacking at the end. So you miss a free throw, you turn it over twice, they hit a 3 and a 2, and all of a sudden that's what happens. But trust me when I say that this team will get better from this game, and if that's our only problem, we're in business, because we'll fix that one. It's still defending in the post a little bit. It's still the rebounding a little bit. It's still making proper plays with proper people in there. We have some bizarre lineups in there at times. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
And I keep asking my assistants who put those guys in, and they keep telling me I did. And that's the way it is when you got assistants. They always blame the head coach. We did, and there's no question that this team has been through a lot, but I think that's what I challenged them with. I don't challenge them with effort, heart. I don't challenge them very often with character issues, but I did challenge their character a little bit. I did not think we played with the character that not Miles Bridges or Tum Tum or Tom Izzo, but what this program stands for. And I can come up with a lot of reasons, and some that matter, some that don't. But the most important thing is finding a way to get off the mat. That is the most important lesson I can teach these guys, whether it be in life or in basketball. And there was a great focus this morning. Would you guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then there was, and that team is good, and they got depth, man. Holy mackerel, it just seems like clones of guys keep coming in, I just keep saying that's the same guy as the guy just switched jerseys. I mean, it's like they got a bunch of set of twins on that team or something. So I'm pleased with the win, I really am.
Question for Tom?
Yeah.
12 assists to just 2 turnovers. How were you able to get so much of your teammates involved in the game?
Well, I just wanted to push the ball in transition, and try to attack the rim and on angles. And then when I attacked the rim, the shooters was open, so I was just finding them.
How would you rate your time home? I know you didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
much as much as you wanted to, but how would you rate the experience?
Words can't explain what this trip meant to me, just because, my family never really seen me play in person. And, I'm so thankful to my coaches and this program for the opportunity they gave me to play in front of my mom and my great-grandmother, my dad. I don't even know the emotions I'm feeling right now, just because, it meant that much to me.
Three-point shooting was obviously pretty effective today. It seemed like you were looking for it in the second half. Were you hoping to get threes, or were you just taking what was there for you?
I was just feeling it a little bit from 3-point. So once I get going, the basket opens up a little bit more for me. So, I was trying to get my teammates involved, but once I started making shots, that's when I really wanted to get it going a little bit.
How hard were those 8:41 you guys survived with you on the bench in the first half? Both of you guys can kind of talk about that sequence.
No, my teammates, they picked it up a lot. Kyle Arns came in, Matt Van Dyke, they came in, picked up the slack. Kenny Goins, that's so good about our team. We have guys that fight hard. They do all the dirty work, so I give all my teammates credit for that.
Yeah, and I thought that, even Nick Ward played really good the first half. The second half, he still struggles when he plays maybe too many minutes, and 22 might be too many right now for him, but we are making progress on that. But to do that without him in there was meant that everybody did their job. I think he's right about Kyle and Van Dyke. Those are 6'5" guys going against those guys, but stepped up on the ball screens, did the things they had to do, cut out, and hope that if somebody else got the rebounds. And we did get other people. Tom gets 5, Harris gets 4, Winston gets 5 or 3, 5, I guess, Van Dyke. So that was all good.
Tom, you have to feel good about expanding your rotation.
Sometimes I feel good about it.
But this year we use a lot of different players.
Well, I think what it'll do is it'll give those guys some confidence, as you said. It'll give these guys, I've been a little worried about Miles, that he's pacing himself, because I would if I was him, playing 37 minutes a game, and we're trying to run. And our running game was really good until we start turning over, that was an 85-point day if we don't turn it over, and against a good defensive team with athletes, strength, power. So there'll be a lot of good things we'll get out of it. No matter what we do, we seem to still turn it over. For the first half, we took a couple minutes at halftime. We all did somersaults in there, just feel good about ourselves for once, because normally it's been 8, 9, 10 at halftime. And then, to get 11 the second half, and some of it was them. I give them credit, too, and some of it was us. But we made some big plays when you needed to, and that's kind of what you got to do if you got to learn how to win, And right now, this team needs to learn how to win.
Is there anything different with Harris? The shot kind of came back today.
It kind of did. I didn't think he looked for his shot enough, I thought he had some that he should have shot. I thought McQuaid had some that he should have shot. But it's part of feeling our way through. Arns had some good shots, and he's one of our better shooters. He just missed some good shots. But, when we get Winston going a little bit, we get McQuaid going a little bit, he's starting to shoot better. Harris shooting better. He's shooting better. And Tom comes to the island and makes threes. It's illegal in the United States. He would have got arrested, so good thing you're on the island.
Got time for 2 more.
Tom, what's the most important thing you learned about your team this week?
Well, I told you, Seth, in a little interview you and I did, that I love this team. They work, they're polite. I got a blue-collar superstar who doesn't care about anything but winning. Kind of a weird bunch in that respect. But, what I learned most is that now I can challenge them. I was kind of walking on eggshells, My personality and a couple of theirs are, a lot different. Not these two, but there's a couple other guys. And so we really did challenge them last night. And a couple of guys we challenged, Josh and Cash and Aaron and maybe even McQuaid, I think answered the bell a little bit against a quality team. But the good news for us is it gets a lot easier now, because we're going to go home and go to Duke. And I told these guys maybe they're saving the best for the number 1 team. They didn't have any interest in beating the number 2 or 8 or 7 team, whatever we played. So we still got our work cut out, but we did take a step forward. And you got to take steps, especially when you're young and inexperienced, even with our old guys are inexperienced. So I'm thrilled that they competed today, and I'm thrilled that Tom gets to spend a little time with his family tonight. We're flying out early in the morning, but this is a well-deserved time for him. And if there's ever a guy that you'd like to see do something, so for the tournament, for everybody here that brought us here, there'll be no, you had to see his mom in the huddle. You had to see her before the game. One of my speeches before we took the floor, out on the floor after the national anthem was, his mom was just beaming and proud, and as all moms are, but when you don't get to see your son very often, I think it's a little more special.
Tom, beyond the emotional element of this,
Yeah.
what did these 3 games give you in terms of, obviously you scored the first game today, 12 assists, maybe probably your best game as a floor general this year.
Yeah.
What did these 3 games do for you as the team's point guard?
Just gave me confidence to know that I could run the team and be the leader of this team. But I think for me, I just got to continue to capitalize on that and continue to work as hard as I can. But I got to be the best defender. I got to be the best leader. I can't mess up any defense assignments. I got to make sure that I'm running this team the best way I can. So it gave me confidence to do that.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.